If you've ever felt like you're not living up to your full potential, it's not because you're weak, it's because your self-image hasn't caught up to your vision yet. What's good, fam? It's your boy Elevate 555 back at y'all again with another video. I know it's been a minute, but I'm back. So today I want to talk about 7 ways we can improve upon our self-image. Improving one's self-image isn't always about appearance. It's about embodying values that reflect your strength, your integrity, and your purpose. It's not always about having confidence either. It's about aligning how you see yourself with who you truly want to be. So with that, I'm going to give you 7 ways that I think we can improve upon our self-image. Number 1, the first thing we have to do to define our self-image is we have to define our core values. And what do I mean by that? What do you stand for? What is your purpose? What drives you? What wakes you up in the morning? What makes you tick is basically what your core values are. So whatever your core values are, you have to get them established, and you have to live by those core values on a daily basis. Your self-respect is going to grow when your actions reflect your principles. And whatever those are, being your core values, is where it's at. Personal discipline and self-respect. So a man who is intentional about his actions, he's going to command self-respect. When he prioritizes self-discipline, that means he's standing on his values, be it whatever it may be. If it's something like fitness, hygiene, or something as simple as being punctual, is going to convey reliability and it's going to convey purpose. A man who respects his time, a man who sets goals and follows through is going to build a reputation for reliability. So those intentional habits like punctuality and consistency, those things are going to shape an unshakable image. The other thing to keep in mind is your presentation. Your clothes. Your clothes send a message about you before you even speak. So you know how we say first impressions are lasting impressions, or first impressions is, are everything. When you see somebody, let's say you're a manager hosting someone for a job interview, and that person comes in for a job interview for a manager at a major corporation, and he comes in with jeans and a raggedy t-shirt on, that's going to form an impression about him. So be cognizant of how you present yourself. I'm not saying you have to wear 3-piece suits or come in with all the latest fashions all the time, or wear the most expensive brands. But just be cognizant of how you present yourself and the way you carry yourself, and dress for the occasion, whatever that may be. Point number 2 is strengthen your body. You need to build a frame that holds your character. And this is a big one for me because I'm a personal trainer, and being in the gym a lot, I like to do things to help me maintain a good physique, or a decent physique. I'm 55 years old, so it's getting harder, but I just like to make sure I'm in the best shape that I can possibly be to continue being the best version of myself for my family and for myself. The other thing is regular exercise is going to build not only physical strength, but it builds physical confidence, and it's going to build mental resilience. You need to do something. Choose a routine that's going to be challenging to you, man. Something that's going to take you out of your comfort zone, be it lifting weights, boxing, martial arts, cardio, HIIT training, whatever it is, man. Find something that's going to challenge you and stick with it. I like doing strength training. Your physical health is going to directly impact how you're perceived. So what I mean by that is, I'm nothing against heavier people, or people, that are big or large or whatever the case may be, or obese. But it presents a certain image about the way you carry yourself. When you see a person like that, the first thing that comes to your mind is, oh, they eat too much, or they're not in shape. They may have some other underlying physical conditions that may prevent them from doing certain things. You don't know. But it's just that it provides an image of a person that doesn't take care of themselves. So just keep that in mind. Some of the exercises I like to do as far as weight training, I try to stick to working around what I call the 4 core compound movements, and that's squats, deadlifts, bench press, things like pull-ups and rows. The squats are going to hit that lower body. Deadlifts going to hit that lower body and overall posture. Bench press and overhead press, upper body, and then you got your pull-ups and rows also for your upper body. But and then there's a whole litany of other exercises you can do surrounding those 4 core compound movements. Cardiovascular exercises. I like doing HIIT training for the fat burning efficiency. Some people like to run. Some people like to ride bikes. So find whatever makes you comfortable doing, but will take you out of your comfort zone. What I mean by that, I didn't mean to say find something that you're comfortable doing. Find something that you enjoy doing, but it's going to challenge you and take you out of your comfort zone. Also, man, maintain your flexibility, maintain your mobility. Do things that keep you in good shape so that you can maintain good posture. Because your posture, the way you carry your body is going to present you're presenting yourself a certain way to other people. So that plays into your self-image. So keep that in mind. Number 3, refrain from negative self-talk, man. Speak to yourself like someone you respect. Watch what you say. I feel like if you speak a certain way about yourself, that's what the universe is going to give back to you. When you throw a rock in the water, those ripples are going to come back to you. So whatever you put out, that's what you're going to get back. I firmly believe in that. So I try to refrain from negative self-talk. I try to speak with confidence. I try to speak with clarity. And I try to stay away from the internal criticism. Now, everybody's somewhat critical of themselves to a certain extent. You kind of have to be. But don't speak to yourself in a way that says, I'm not good enough. Speak to yourself in a way that says, I'm growing every day. As I stated, speak to yourself like someone you respect. Point number 4, surround yourself with high-value people. There's a saying that says, you are the sum of the 5 people that you hang around the most. So your circle is important. You have to be cognizant of who you associate yourself with, because whatever they're carrying, however they carry themselves, that's going to rub off on you. So if you're surrounding yourself with people that are go-getters, people that are reaching for or striving for better and higher, you're going to tend to pick up that mindset and try to elevate your game. So try to hang around people that can force you to grow, or hang around people that can take you out of your comfort zone. You have to invest in those high-value relationships, because your network reflects your mindset. When you surround yourself with people that embody strength and purpose that reflect your values, that's going to reinforce your own self-image. So keep that in mind. Number 5, you need to set goals. This kind of goes back to your core values. I think if you're setting goals, those goals should somewhat build on your core values. You're going to need to choose goals that stretch you, be it career, fitness, relationships, whatever the goals are, man. Write them down, set target dates, and you got to pursue them with grit. just go after whatever it is you set out to do. And by setting goals, that makes it more realistic if you write them down, and it gives you something or target on the wall to go for, and you tend to stick to it a little bit better, as opposed to just saying I'm going to do something and not following through with it. So set goals, start small, and then build on that. But write something down that you want to accomplish and do it in a way that it's going to force you to try to achieve it and push yourself to go for it. Progress builds pride, man. So like I said, choose goals that are going to stretch you. Choose goals that are integral to what you want to do, that build upon your core values, and go get it. Number 6, cultivate mental discipline. If you control your mind, you can control your life. So in practice, especially as a man, we have to practice emotional control, be mindful, be calculated, practice mindfulness and intentional thinking. You can do things like journal, you can meditate, read some philosophy, whatever it is you got to do to make sure you're in a positive mind state and you're mastering your emotional control. There's nothing more radiant about a man, or nothing radiates strength in a man more than a man who is emotionally intelligent and he masters his emotional control. You need to be able to identify triggers, situations that tend to provoke you or things that tend to set you off, so that you can lock those down and control your actions without letting your emotions dictate those actions and get the best of you. You need to train your mind just like you would train your body. There are different things you can do to train your mind. Like I said, you can meditate, you can read, anything you can do to learn or keep those neurons firing and build those new pathways in your mind, those positive pathways in your mind to stabilize you emotionally, is a good thing. So whatever it takes, man, do what you got to do. And finally, number 7 is create and contribute. And this is something that I'm working on getting better at and trying to do, is leave a legacy. So you have to build something, man. Leave a body of work, be it a business, whatever the case may be. You want to put yourself in the frame of mind that, as a man especially, that I want to build something that I can leave behind, some type of legacy. So it's important, and I think it's important that when you can create value for others, you can see yourself as being more valuable, which is going to boost your self-image. So with that being the case, man, if this resonated, drop a comment with the values that you're building your life around, some of the things that you feel like you can improve on, some of the things that you're working on. I'd love to hear it. Let's build a community of men who live with intention. So with that being the case, man, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Love you guys. Peace, and I'm out.